Playing Tamarin is definitely an experience, but it isn't a good one. From the earliest moments of gameplay, you are in for something most unique. As I played, I felt like everyone was in on some joke that I couldn't understand, and I was left feeling awkward and confused during every moment of gameplay. Maybe it was the strange voiceover that comes out of nowhere, the ants that carry guns, or the lack of any real narrative outside of a 2-minute opening, but this game has me completely baffled as to why it even exists. Tamarin begins with a happy family of monkeys being separated after gun-wielding ants invaded their home. So right away you'll know something is strange because not only do the monkeys simply run off in different directions causing you to go find them, but the ants just burn down your house and then leave. So realistically, the monkeys got themselves in the situation for separating in the first place and not sticking together. So this initial area is what I like to call the hub world, and it's on fire. You'll follow a bug that leads you to a stage where you can progress the game. However, here you realize that it isn't an action platformer. No, this is a third-person shooter, and your monkey is given a gun to shoot the invading ants. There's nothing really special about this monkey either from what I can tell. He's just a regular animal. But somehow, he rambos his way into the enemy camp and kills everything in his path. There's supposed to be a lock-on feature for these shooting levels too, but it only seems to work against the long-ranged enemies on top of structures. It's a constant battle to shoot these ants, but luckily they are pretty unintelligent and will just run around mindlessly and sometimes take shots at you. Incidentally, the auto-aim features seem to work perfectly on these little birds that you're meant to collect, but can still kill by accident. This isn't even the strangest part of the game. Once you have a gun, you lose mobility options for some weird reason. Without the gun, you can roll and double jump, but when you have the gun, you can't do either of these. The worst part is you can't unequip it either. This means that if you run out of ammo, which is extremely hard to do in the first place, you're pretty much left for dead. Throughout the game, you get other guns that can be used to unlock doors and take down other enemies, but it'll never not be weird playing as a monkey and shooting insects. Across the adventure, you gain access to new abilities, but if you expect these to be given to you by bosses, you'll be wrong. Instead, you purchase them from a mole using collectible items found across the map. Who is this mole? Who cares? I don't know. For some reason, he just wants to give you things to kill ants and progress the game. One of the funnier moments of the game is that there's no dialogue, but then randomly a voice appears from the heavens to tell you about shooting the ants.
Are loaded with energy. They will help you survive.
It is simply incredible, and the fact that you never hear this voice again is even better. Although, I should say that the voice may appear again, but I skipped the cutscenes after the first couple of hours because they would sometimes crash my game. Playing Tamarin comes with a lot of asking the question why. Why did the developer choose to enlarge insects to be baddies and not humans who are destroying the environment? Why did I walk into a level that featured all the ants dancing in an industrial building? Why am I even playing this game? And so much more. If you thought there were boss battles to conclude stages, you'd be wrong again, because these levels just randomly end most of the time without context. It's almost insane how this passed any quality checks. Did nobody question these stages' design choices during development? The graphics are disturbing. With games like Super Lucky's Tale dominating the classic 3D platformer genre, I wish this team took a hint that they were going in the wrong direction here. Sometimes Tamarin looks like a blurry ball of fuzz. Furthermore, the environments are just copied and pasted layouts with maze-like elements and no cohesive structure. If that wasn't bad enough, the soundtrack just hurts. It's terrible, and often cuts in and out during areas. It never seems to fit the situation, and makes the entire experience just feel weird. I wish the controls were good, but the camera is almost laughable. Still, the jumping and attack mechanics do feel responsive most of the time, but at this point, I'm just reaching to find anything good about this game. I think the worst part is that the developers are charging $39.99. I'd understand if it was a $14.99 experience, but it feels like they are just trying to put this out and gain any funds they can with the low number of sales. For that, I don't think it's worth your time or your money. Something went terribly wrong with the development of Tamarin. Nothing works and everything feels slapped together, causing this entire adventure to come off as a random and confusing mess. Still, if you're trying to experience one of the most bonkers 3D platformers ever developed, you found it, but I urge you to not put your money into this game. Noisy Pixel is giving Tamarin a 3.5 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Please read the full review at noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.